Okay, hi everyone. I didn't realize testing. Hi. Hi everyone. I didn't realize I've started already. I was only just checking if everything was working. Hello? Testing. Okay, seems like everything is working. Seems like everything is working. Okay, since I've started and I do already see people here. Hi. Okay, cool. Welcome everyone to our analysis session brought to you by IC Markets Global. I was supposed to start at 5:30. I guess I accidentally started a bit earlier. Hi, but yeah, I see a lot of you here already, so hi, we'll just go ahead then because if I end the stream now, I might not be able to start again later, so morning. Hi. I didn't even press I didn't press start. I don't know why it started. Okay, anyways, since it's already started, let's just do this. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's live analysis session brought to you by IC Markets Global. Today's the 29th of December. It is about 5 p.m. here. In Singapore, we were initially supposed to start at 5:30. I guess it accidentally started a bit earlier. But yeah, it's okay. For those who are joining later on, if you miss anything, this is recorded and you can just replay. Okay, so yep. Okay, so before I start anything, I do need to go through the disclaimer with you guys. Anything I share with you guys in this webinar should not be construed as any form of trading advice, investment advice, or any form of financial advice or any form of signal to buy or sell. Okay, I am not here to tell you what to buy, not here to tell you what to sell. I will be showing you my entry, my stop loss, my take profit, but that is purely me showing you from my point of view and my perspective of how to do an analysis and a setup. Okay, it is not the same analysis all traders will use. Every traders have their own style of trading, but I'm merely showing you guys my own style of trading and looking for setups. Okay, please do not copy me. Please take it as a learning opportunity. We're just here to grow and learn as traders. Okay, on top of that, a risk warning: trading forex and CFDs carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors, especially if you are trading on leverage. Okay, high leverage especially. It is very risky. It is a double-edged sword. You double your winnings, but you also double your losses. Okay, so please be cautious. Warning you guys to be cautious. Okay, I'm gonna have to stay here for a minute or two so you guys can read through the disclaimer, but basically the entire disclaimer is a reminder to take this webinar as educational and nothing else. Okay, yeah, you guys read through that and I will drink some water. Okay, that is about a minute or 2 minutes. Let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna introduce myself. You must be wondering, why is this person here sharing her her perspective of trading and her style of analysis. Okay, so my name is Cassandra. You guys can call me Cass. I am from Everest Fortune Group. I am an analyst. Okay, so Everest Fortune Group is a research firm that is based in Singapore. We have been recognized as the finalist for the best forex and the best equity research for multiple years. Okay, I'm back on. Hi guys. Testing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not sure what happened. I got disconnected and I'm back on right now. Hi everyone. Hi. Um, Thanks for those who are still here and waiting. Let me just let my colleague, my teammate know. Okay, we'll just continue from where I left off just now. Okay, sorry. Let me continue. Okay, where was I? I think I was in the introduction. So, as I was saying, my name is Cassandra. You guys can call me Cass. I am an investment analyst and a prop trader. So I'm with Everest Fortune Group, which is a research firm based in Singapore. We are the specialists for the best. We are the finalists for the best forex and equity research for multiple years running. On top of that, I am a prop trader. That means that I've been funded by multiple companies to trade their funds. How did I do that? I managed to get 10% a month for multiple months running. On a normal day, on normal month, I usually end in about 6 to 10% profit. And how do I do that? I use technical analysis combined with fundamental analysis. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask me about trading or anything at all, just ask me in the chat box. I'll try my best to answer you if I have the answer to it. If not, I'll just tell you I cannot answer you because there's no one person that can master everything. But whatever you ask me, and if I can help you, I will help. Definitely help you. The whole point of IC Markets bringing these webinars to you guys is so that um, you guys have a place to ask a trader, a professional trader, or professional analyst, an investment analyst, any challenges that you guys are facing, and hopefully we can help you through that. Okay, so our agenda for today is key approaches, cheat sheet, checklists, and live charts. Okay, so this is the cheat sheet that I look at. When I say key approaches, I mean uh, key approaches that I usually use later in the live chart. So 1 and 3 is together, and then this is the cheat sheet checklist that I usually use to do my analysis. Okay, let's talk about this 3 first. So anytime I do my analysis, this 3 is very important to me. Okay, why? Because without this, I cannot get my analysis done. Okay, without this, I cannot get my analysis done. Okay, why? Because as a prop trader, my only job is to, number one, find out where price is moving. Not as a prop trader, I mean as a trader, my job is to find out where price is moving, and then with that direction bias, I can then decide if I'm going in for a buy or sell. Okay, so my first job is to identify if price is going up or price is going down. If it's going up, then I will be looking for a buy. If it's going down, then I will be looking for a sell. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, so how do I look for whether price is going up? I need to look for uptrends or downtrends, which is basically higher highs, higher lows, and I do that by using a trend line or channels. Okay, so for a trend line, I need 3 significant touches, and for a channel, I need 4 touches, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Okay, so once I'm done identifying trend, I then look for horizontal levels. So horizontal levels will be like pullback, overlap, significant swing highs and swing lows. Okay, and any fib levels that all cluster in one area, those are the areas that I will look at. So once I'm done getting all of this, I should be able to come up with my entry, my stop loss, and my take profit. Okay, entry, stop loss, and take profit. And once I'm done with entry, stop loss, and take profit, I can then I have an analysis, and I now look at the other supporting things. So the other supporting technical analysis that I would use is to see if there are any chart patterns. So wedges, triangle, double tops, double bottom, head and shoulder, teacup, whatever patterns that will help me get a better picture of where price is going, then I will focus on that. So other than chart patterns, I will also use moving average. So either the 50 or the 200, not either, but both. So 50 and the 200 to find any death or any golden crosses. Okay, so once that is done, any natural moving average, stochastics, and RSI. How do I use stochastics and RSI? I look for bounces, basically support and resistance, or I look for divergences. Once I'm done with using indicators, I will then pull out to see if there are any form of correlation. So when I say correlations, I mean any strongly correlated currency pairs that are supporting your bias. So for example, if I am looking at EUR, USD, okay, let's say I'm buying EUR USD, right? I buy EUR USD. Sorry guys, let me just move this so I have a better view. Okay, I'm buying EUR USD. That means I want the USD to go down in price, and I want the EUR to go up in price. So if I want the USD to go down in price, that also means I want DXY to go down in price. Why DXY? DXY is basically the US dollar index. Okay, DXY is the US dollar index. So if I'm trading EUR USD, I want EUR to go up and I want USD to go down. That means I also want DXY to go down in price. Okay, another forms of correlations are any strongly correlated assets class supporting or against your bias. So an example of this would be, this is a very good example actually, would be Canadian dollars with an oil. Okay, usually if the price of oil goes up, the price of Canadian dollars will go up as well. If the price of oil goes down, the price of Canadian dollars will drop as well. Why? Because Canada is a huge producer of oil. Okay, so its currency is pretty much tied to the price of oil. I wouldn't say 100%, there's other factors as well. And obviously, context matters, but there is a lot of correlations happening with Canadian dollars and oil. Okay, so the next thing would be for crosses, what does the majors say? So when I say majors, I mean like it can be Australian dollars to New Zealand dollars, okay? That's a very good example. So usually if Australian dollars move up in price, the New Zealand dollars will also move up in price. If the Australian dollars move down in price, the New Zealand dollars will also move down in price. Okay, so it's pretty much correlated. I again wouldn't say 100% because there are other things that affect the prices of a currency. For example, if their local politics or internal affairs are having problem, or for example, New Zealand is having war but Australia is not having war, then no, they're not going to move in the same direction. But on a normal day, the Australian dollars and the New Zealand dollars usually move in the same direction. So that's what I mean by correlations. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I can now decide if I want to go for a reversal or a breakout that coincides with my entry, stop loss, and take profit. And I'm basically done with my analysis. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to apply this cheat sheet into looking for an analysis, looking for a setup. Okay, but again, please guys, please, this is not a signals group. Okay, let me repeat that again. This is not a signals group. Please do not take this as a signals group. I am not telling you to buy or sell anywhere. I am showing you how to apply whatever I just said into the charts so that you can look for your own setups. Give me a moment to pull up TradingView. I just need a quick minute. Sorry, I only want to pull up URUSD. Okay, so this is URUSD. I'm gonna pull out a few more charts so that we can look at a few more charts. Okay. Okay, that's AUD USD. I do want to keep AUD USD because I want to review what I did. ETH USD. So every week I usually start with what happened the week before. Okay, so last week I did AUD USD analysis for you guys, and I mean not for you guys, with you guys. I showed you guys my AUD USD analysis and I showed you guys my ETH USD analysis. I did not get into AUD USD because it was a question mark, but I did get into ETH USD. I got in here actually. So last week when we were doing this webinar, I remember price was here, okay? And I said that price is either at this A entry or this B entry. I'm not sure where it is, but I did get in on a very, very, very small lot at A, and I was hoping that price goes to B and I can get in again later on. Okay, so my analysis for ETH USD, it's still the same, but we will reanalyze it again in a bit to see if there's any changes. I basically think that price, well, it was going, I was biased that price is going down, but it's been going sideways for a week, so I might need to redo this analysis, because if it's going sideways, it means that the bearish momentum is gone and we are now in a consolidating phase, and I might need to redo the analysis. Okay, basically my thoughts were that this was where it's gonna go, but it only reached here. Okay, it only reached here. So let me see, what was the risk to reward for that? Yeah, this would have been a very nice 1 to 3 setup. 1 to 2 at least setup. Okay, but I got in here at a very small lot, and then when price went down and it didn't hit my take profit, price actually went back up and I closed at entry. Okay, I didn't lose anything, but I didn't win anything either. So I might have to redo this analysis in a bit, but I just want to review what's happening. Okay, so this was my other analysis, which was AUD USD. Obviously, it didn't work out. My analysis for AUD USD was that price was going to drop from here, and my reasoning is because on the weekly we can see price reaching a resistance. Okay, you guys know that the higher the time frame, the stronger the structure, right? So if price were to go any higher, it needs to break this trend line on the weekly time frame. This is a very high time frame, so it needs to break this structure, which when I was analyzing this last week, didn't seem like price had enough momentum to break it, but yeah, I was wrong. See, bias that it's time for a reversal to the downside, but probably not right now. Okay, so it's okay, we'll just redo this analysis in a bit. Ethereum, it worked out, but not really. Didn't really hit the take profit. If it doesn't hit the take profit, I would say it didn't work out. It didn't hit the stop loss either, right? It didn't hit the stop loss, but it didn't hit the take profit. So this one was break even for me. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 analysis as usual. Good morning, Merry Christmas. It didn't pull back and went straight to the intended take profit. Okay, so this zone was the correct zone where I thought price was gonna go. I'm not sure if you guys remember last week, I said that I cannot give you guys an entry for gold because I'm not sure if it's gonna pull back. My best case is that it's gonna pull back here, and then from here you enter for a buy. But in this case, it didn't pull back, it went straight up to the exit. So I know where to get out, I just couldn't find the entry. Okay, so true enough, you can see price coming to this blue box and then it reacted off. Where is it going to pull back to? I still think gold is a buy, but let's reanalyze this in a bit. Okay, so I'm going to choose 3 to analyze. I'm going to stay out of AUD USD for a bit because I didn't get it right the last time, and I also don't usually trade AUD USD. I only did it because you guys requested for it. Morning, can you okay, another request for AUD USD. Okay, that's okay. If you guys request for it, and I will still do it. It's just that on the normal, I personally don't trade AUD USD. But I can still highlight levels and stuff. Okay, I can still highlight levels and stuff. Okay, let's start with AUD USD because that's what was requested. I mean, the weekly, it's still the same, right? Price is still moving in this descending trend line, if not a very nice channel, right? Price is still moving in a very okay, I need to change this. Right, price is still moving in a descending trend line. I know it looks like it's a breakout, but you guys need to take note that a trend line can be drawn is very subjective. Okay, I can draw it this way and it would still be correct because remember when I did the introduction, the cheat sheet, are there any trend lines? Are there trend lines? It only needs to have 3 significant touches to be a valid trend line. So if you look closely, there's already 1 touch here, 2 touch here, and 3 touch here. So this is already a valid trend line. Obviously, if I stick it this way, it will connect more things, but it doesn't have to stick that way. I don't have to stick it that way. I can still draw it this way and it would still be a valid trend line. Or I can draw it this way and it would still be a very valid trend line. Wait. This way even. Right? So I won't say just because it looks like there's a breakout, right? It looks like there's a breakout. I won't say that it's definitely this definitely is going up. Okay, because it really depends on how you draw the trend line. Okay, so I'm talking a bit louder because it's raining where I'm at. I think the rain is really loud. It's so loud. The rain is so loud. So just let me know if you cannot hear me. Yeah, so in my opinion, I don't think AUD USD is on an uptrend yet. Maybe on the short term, but definitely not on the long term. I cannot confirm that it's on a short uptrend. But that's okay. We'll just highlight some horizontal levels and then we'll see if anything sticks. Okay, so horizontal levels, this green box here. How am I marking this? I'm basically taking the high of this candle here and the body of this candle here to make this green box. Okay. Okay, so this green box is a zone to look out for. If price goes any higher, I think you'll reach this green box and then reverse. Okay. I I don't think it will be that easy for price to break this green box. It might just continue higher here, but you just have to take note that this green boxes will be hard to break. Why? Because price came here one time, two times, three times, four times. If you count this, five times in the last few months, in the last half a year, price came here one, two, three, four, five times. And if it comes here the sixth time, I think it's gonna have a hard time breaking and go higher. So I think when it comes here, there's a good chance that it's gonna reverse. Okay, there's a good chance that it is going to reverse. Um, okay, that's the weekly. Let's see if I can see anything on the daily. Okay, price needs to break this green box before it can go higher. It needs to break this green box before it can go any higher. It has not broken the green box yet. Do you see that? It is testing the green box, but I won't say it's broken it. I think, I mean, if I had to take a chance on this trade, I would actually still go for a sell here. But let's see. Let's see what the things are saying. This is gonna be one of those where it's a buy or sell. Price needs to break this green box. I'm gonna change the color so that it's not that hard to understand. Um, price needs to break this yellow box before it can go higher into the next zone, which is the green box. Okay, but let's see if it's gonna break or if it's gonna sell from here. Okay, that was not a good idea. Let me see. Okay. So far, things are showing bullish. Um, You can see price is kind of moving within here. Yeah, it needs to break out here first. Okay, I've already got my conclusion of what I'm gonna, if I'm even considering AUD USD, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. If price breaks out here, I'm gonna enter here for a buy. Okay. If price does not break out, and I see a reversal pattern candlestick or any kind of reversal pattern or bearishness, I'm gonna enter here for sell. So this is a um, okay. So this is what I think is going to happen. If price breaks out at the yellow box or the yellow zone, right? I think it will go higher to the green box. So it's either gonna do this or it's either gonna do this right now. Okay, if reversal pattern forms, we'll pull back to the blue zone. Okay, I'm gonna give you my bias right now. My bias right now is actually to buy, meaning the breakout. Okay, I think it's not a very strong bias, but my bias at this current point of time is that price will indeed break out here. Okay, and then head to the buy. The take profit here. Okay, but if I am wrong, that means it's gonna reverse from here to this green box. Okay, why do I think it's gonna break out? First of all, we pulled out a few indicators and the indicators are showing bullishness, right? So it is giving me signs of giving me reason to believe that it is bullish. Okay, it's giving me reason to believe that it is bullish. Give me let me just pull out more things. Give me a moment, guys. I know something's gonna happen in this yellow zone. I just don't know if it's gonna be a buy or a sell. Just give me a moment to collect more information so that I can make an informed decision. You know what? Let me try. Where is it? Where am my indicators, guys? Okay, there you go. Oh my gosh. I don't think price is strong enough to break this yellow box. It doesn't look like price has enough volume or momentum right now to break this yellow box. It's trying to break the yellow box. You guys can see that it's hovering sideways in this yellow box, right? It doesn't look like there's enough volume to break it though. Okay. I'm gonna give you my bias for what I think is gonna happen for AUD USD. I think AUD USD at this current point of time is just gonna keep going sideways. Okay, it's going to go sideways until it wants to break. I don't think it can break at this current point of time because it looks like the volume is weak, right? It looks like there's no momentum. Okay, look, for price to break this yellow box, it needs to have some kind of force. It needs to have a reason to break to go higher, right? But I'm pulling out indicators, I'm looking at the volume, I'm looking at like whatever, and I don't really see a reason why price can break. I think it's gonna have a hard time breaking it. But yeah, my bias is that price is gonna get up here. My bias at this current point of time is price is going to come to this green box. It's just that right now, today, at this very minute, this current point of time, it is going to have a very hard time breaking because it doesn't have volume and momentum. Okay, so I don't have a definite entry, stop loss, take profit, but if I could come up with one, it's this. So once the breakout happens, if the breakout happens of this yellow box, I will consider getting in for a buy. Only if the breakout happens. Okay? Only if the breakout happens. That looks like a 1 to 2. It's not a very great setup, obviously. 1 to 1.5. It's really not that great. Okay, so the better thing is for breakout, retest, and then take profit. But I don't think the momentum can break. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be a break anytime soon. Okay, that's all I have for AUD USD. Okay, gold. I am definitely biased that gold is a buy. Gold is definitely up. It's going up. The question now is, where do I get in for a buy? Okay. I know gold is going to go up, right? Gold is always going up anyways. Currently, we are in an uptrend. Now the question is, where do I get in for a buy? So what I really need to find out is where is gold going to pull back to, right? Because price is constantly moving in a zigzag, right? Price is never moving in one straight line that is like linear and like non-stop. Price is constantly moving in a zigzag pattern. So it's like doing a zigzag right now. The question is where does it pull back and where does it stop so that I can enter for a buy. Let's try to figure that out. Okay, time to highlight some levels. Okay, let me just highlight this. That's an overlap, by the way. Nothing new here. If it pulls back, it's gonna pull back somewhere within this week. This wick. Obviously, you guys know my style. I'm always gonna aim for the bottom. The problem is there's a lot of times price don't reach my entry, and that's totally fine. I don't want to force it. Um, it has to pull back. It cannot just keep going up. That's for sure. Price cannot just keep moving up without pulling back. It has to pull back. So where is it going to pull back to? Let's see. Okay, let me get rid of all the stuff so it doesn't look so messy. Where are you going to pull back to? Where do you want to pull back to? The more levels, I'm basically looking for an area where there is a cluster of Fibonacci levels. Okay? I'm looking for an area where there is a cluster of Fibonacci levels. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of all the other things that are not relevant to us so that the charts is not messy. You always want to keep your charts nice and clean so that you don't end up confusing yourself. There's one here as well. It's a very nice cluster here. I'm gonna get rid of this, 61. Okay, I think I found my favorite. I see 4 levels of where I think the reaction is gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then now it's basically just eliminating where I think is not the price is not going to react on. Okay. I think if price were to pull back, it will pull back most likely to here. Okay. It could pull back to this first level here, but I don't like it because there are no horizontal levels lining up here, right? There's no swing highs, there's no swing low, there's nothing here. So I always want to line up my Fibonacci levels to where they are also horizontal levels. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think if gold pulls back and continues up, it's going to be here. Here, and then here, and then it just continues moving back. Okay, so let me explain a little bit why I chose this level. Okay, so just now earlier on, I pulled out a lot of like Fibonacci levels, right? And you can see that there were 4 levels that where price could possibly go and stop. Why do I use Fibonacci? Okay, so the reason you use Fibonacci, I'm going to go to a different chart. Basically, Fibonacci is pulling the swing low to the swing high and using those levels. Okay, in this case, there are 5 levels. Fibonacci retracement especially, there are 5 levels where think price is going to pull back to. So basically, I'm predicting or I'm forecasting that price is going to pull back to either here, 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 or here, okay? So I don't know where in this 5 it's going to pull back to. So how do I know where in this 5 is going to pull back to? I need to eliminate, right? You're using elimination to find your most possible likely outcome. Okay, so it's basically when you are taking an exam and you know there's multiple choice questions, it's A, B, C, D, you're basically eliminating like, okay, A is not the answer, so it's probably B, C, and D. Okay, B is not the answer, it's probably C and D. C is not the answer, it's probably D. Okay, so I'm basically eliminating. I know it's going to be one of the 5, I just don't know which 5. So in this case, I already found the 5. So how do I choose which one of the 5 is correct one? I combine with other things. So I combine Fibonacci projection here, and I also combine Fibonacci retracement here, which is taking the swing low here to the swing high. Okay, there were 4 levels that came out likely, but why did I choose this level out of the 4 is because of these 2 swing highs here. Okay, so whenever you do something in trading, it has to have reasoning. Okay, because these 2 swing highs, where this double top is, lines up exactly where this yellow box is. So the more things lining up in the exact same place, the more likely it's going to happen. Okay, the more likely it is going to be the correct answer. Okay, so in this case, I think the correct answer or the correct entry should be here. Okay, so when price pulls back here, I hope it bounces off here and then continues up. So somewhere along this line, I'm going to look for my buy entry. My stop loss is going to be right below it. And my take profit, right? Can be either back at the swing high, but that's really aiming for a lot. Okay, if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you can aim for here, which is the last swing low. Okay, obviously price likes to go back to the last swing high, but to be very conservative, just the overlap will do. Okay, because you also want to be winning. You don't want to be just hoping price gets to a level. But the problem obviously is the last swing high will be a better take profit area. Okay, I'm trying to make it as tight as possible so that the risk reward makes sense. Okay, so I mean this is the best I can come up with for good, obviously. This is the best I can come up with for good. Okay, I'm gonna do my last one and I'm gonna have to end today's webinar. Okay, so does this still stand? Does this analysis still stand? Ethereum, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of everything and I'll show you why I even had a bias for buy there. If we pull out a channel right here, you can see that price has already reached the support. Okay. You can see that price is reaching the support. So if it's moving in this very nice channel, it's gonna technically do this and then turn back, right? So why did I have an entry for bias for a sell? Because it's reaching the support of the channel, but it's not there yet. There is still a little bit of room for price to move down, like just a little bit of room, that little bit of room left. So I'm basically aiming for that little bit of room. Okay, I'm aiming for that little bit of room, but I think it looks like price is going sideways and it doesn't want to do. Okay, so my analysis is that price is going to continue moving sideways. Price is gonna continue moving sideways within what I have marked up here. Okay, I think it will move here. Okay, but maybe not right now. I think right now, at a very short kind of view, or like if it's just we're just talking about scalping, I do think price is gonna continue moving here. Okay. These are the levels that I see. Basically, this swing low here. Basically, this swing low here is where I think price is going to continue moving, which is 2,900 area. 2,900 area and the 3,000 area. I think price is just gonna keep hovering or keep moving along this. But the best entry, or ideally, I want to see price get up to here and come back to here. Okay, that's the bigger and nicer movement that I want to see, which is a $300 move versus a $100 move. Okay, so I'm still biased that price is going to go down either at A or B. The question is, will it go down all the way to this take profit, or does it want to stop right here? That is the question to ponder on. But yeah, that's basically all. That's it. Okay. I still stand with my analysis for Ethereum. Sorry, I don't have time for EURUSD because I already did AUD USD. Okay, AUD USD, I'm hoping for a breakout, but it might not happen, okay, at this current point of time, because it looks like price doesn't have the volume or momentum to do it. Okay, XAU USD, I think it's a buy. I really think it's a buy. The question is, can it come down to this entry before going back up, or does it want to go back up right now? I don't know. I'm hoping it pulls back all the way here and the entry happens. And Ethereum, I'm still biased for it to be a sell. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next year. Oh wait, I have a webinar tomorrow in Bahasa. So for those who can speak Bahasa, understand Bahasa, please join my Bahasa webinar tomorrow. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Merry Christmas or belated Christmas and Happy New Year. Hey, bye guys. Take care.